Hey everybody, I'm Steve Beckmen and I'm here at our winery estate vineyard, January of 2018. Happy New Year to everybody. As usual in these videos, I want to get everybody caught up on what's happening in the winery and the vineyards this time of year. Every year in the vineyard is like a cycle, and that cycle typically begins with pruning and ends with harvest. So this time of the year is when we're getting going on our pruning. You can see behind me Cabernet vineyard here at the vineyard. We've made our first initial pass through here to do what we call pre-pruning, where the guys just go through and get rid of all the brush up in the canopy before they can come through next month and make their final pruning cuts. Pruning is a really important thing that we do every year in the vineyard. It really sets the stage for the whole year. With that, we're really setting up our crop size, because for every one of these little buds that we leave down here, there's going to be hopefully a couple of clusters of fruit that come with each of those. So by pruning to a certain number of these buds, we're really setting the stage for our crop load for each vintage. There are a lot of other factors that can come into that as we get into the season, but that's certainly the first step in the process. You can also see behind me that while the vineyards are really bare and have no leaves, our cover crops are growing beautifully. We often get a lot of questions about our cover crop in the tasting room, and our cover crop is really a mix of grass and something called legumes. These legumes are like peas and beans, and you can see these plants right here are the legumes. The grass right here is just a barley, and these legumes can use it to climb up, and the grass gives it support. What's really amazing about these legume plants is that they actually fix nitrogen little nodules on their root systems. So it's a very natural way for us to feed the soil. Not only are we feeding it all this organic material of the green plant and leaves, but these nitrogen fixing nodules on the roots of these plants are very important to feed the soil. In the winery, there's also a lot going on. We took a couple weeks off after harvest to get ourselves together, and we quickly got back into bottling. So we'll bottle some wine probably 2 to 3 days every month for the next 6 or so months, getting all of our 2016 red wines and some of our 2017 whites and rosés bottled. A lot of things going on with bottling. We spend a lot of time emptying the barrels, filling the tanks, finishing the wines. Sometimes that means some filtration. Typically, we don't use any fining elements in the wines, so just a filtration. And then we'll bring the truck in and we'll get that bottling done. We got some great wines coming out this year from the 2016 harvest. It was a really phenomenal year, kind of the last of our drought years, although technically we may still be in a drought. With all that rain in 17, the vintages are quite different between 16 and 17. So 16 has a lot of depth and power and richness and warmth from the sun and heat we got that year. We're really looking forward to the releases this year. We've got a lot of exciting wines coming out. It's been a real rough last month here in Santa Barbara County, and we would really appreciate it if you guys could come up and visit not only the winery, but all of our neighbors and their businesses as well. So we hope to see you soon.